For a future musician, would you recommend going on some sort of TV show like that, like The Voice or American Idol, or do you not recommend it looking back? Do you
I
not necessarily
recommend,
do you
yeah,
regret it, or but like that whole concept, like is it overrated? Is it not overrated? I'm curious in your perspective.
it's very overrated. Even if you win, it doesn't mean much. It's rare that a successful group that's on the show actually takes off afterwards. You can, list on one or two hands how many few things you could think of. From the sing off, obviously Pentatonics blew up, and Home Free has been pretty successful. Not at that level, but still pretty successful. The other three groups that won haven't really done much or stayed where they were. You think of all the Idol winners, all the Voice winners, just a couple broke through.
I think it was in my interview with Austin that we got on this conversation where it's so many musicians are looking for that break where it's like, okay, where can I get to the point where everybody's everything for me? And it's like, I don't know if it ever gets to that point. It's like you have to have that drive. Like even if you win the sing off or the Voice, like you got to make people care about you. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, cool, you have this platform now, but if nobody cares about that platform, like you're just gonna stay where you are or fall backwards.
And very quickly, the next person on that platform jumps up, and now you're yesterday's news. Yeah, you have whatever. Like I have a friend who was just on the Alter Ego show on Fox, and she's very excited about it, and she did great. She lasted a couple rounds, and she's kind of thinking, okay, this is a break. I'm ready to do stuff with this, and nothing, just does it. Especially if you don't win, it's like, okay, you don't remember you at all. You have that 15 seconds of fame. Now, it's not a bad thing. I don't mean to disparage it because it's a fun experience. Like you get to be on TV, you get to experience what that's all like in LA. And even if we hadn't won the show, we learned a lot just being out there, working with those different people on a different level and a different aspect of what we had done, which would have improved our show quite a bit moving forward after that fact.
Absolutely.
I know one thing for Home Free that made us so successful after the show and on the show was that we were already a full-time established touring group. Mm-hmm. We knew how to work together. We knew how to put the pieces together. We knew how to make the show happen. So that one on the TV show allowed us to arrange the songs, choreograph them, work together much quicker than groups that were formed before the show. And then after the show, we hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. We already had gigs lined up, and we kept having stuff lined up, and we had the plans, and we knew how to do the steps. Like I mentioned, Columbia didn't know what to do with us. So they kind of just left us alone. So we recorded our own album, our first CD, Crazy Life, with our producer, Darren Rust, who's fantastic. And we'd worked with in the past, so we already had a relationship with him. And I don't even think Columbia fronted us the money or something, because until we had aired the show, we hadn't won, even though we had won. We taped it in September. It didn't air till December. So that we didn't get the prize money until after the show had aired. We
we
didn't have the money but Columbia said, yeah, you should have an album out. You should do that. Good luck.
Oh gosh.
So
we fascinating.
I know. So we kind of said, well, all right, we want to hit the ground running. We want to have our CD released the week of the show finale.
Sure, yeah.
So actually, it was the week after because the finale was December 21st or something. You're not going to release it on Christmas. Yeah. But the week after, there's something end of December, we had our album out so that we can promote it top of January. And like some of the other sing-off groups didn't do that because same situation. They didn't have anything. So we had to front the money for the album ourselves to pay for it. And it was tight.
The industry is so screwed up, man. It is crazy.
But, if they had decided suddenly to not air the show or something, I mean, money. Uh-huh. Yeah, but they're also handcuffed. Again, they didn't know what to do with us.
Sure.
But again, we knew what we were doing, kind of. We obviously knew more later, but we knew enough to be able to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we had prepared ourselves.
Yeah.
You might say we had a lucky break on the sing-off, and it was, but we were also prepared for the luck.
100%.
That's a big thing. Luck favors the prepared.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that. That is such a true statement.